All right, you just saw the luck. It was stupid. It was outrageous. I didn't even record it live because why? I was really doing this for the boost and the off shot. I could get Cassie. I'm not done with the CAV-EQ or whatever it's now called. And I've been using boost for war. I've been really enjoying war this season. It's been a ton of fun. I'll continue getting those videos out with a nice, like I said, something unique, fun, something we can all learn from is happening. And I think that's the way it's been so far. So, but this is about Cassie. Now, I wouldn't have been upset about future Ant-Man. In fact, a lot of people are telling me I'm wrong. A lot of smart people who know this game very well. They're like, I think he's a lot better than you realize. And you know what? I love nothing more than that. If I'm wrong in that way, if I think a champion's not going to be, I think he actually is good. That's the thing. I think he actually will be very good. But if people think that they're going to be even better than I think, I am pumped up on that because that means we get more powerful champions in the game, more fun, right? So I would be excited about that. And we will go over that if and when that happens. BMG has really been talking to me about it, and Legacy seems really excited, so make sure you check out their videos. But this, like I said, this is about Cassie. I'm so pumped up to pull her, just so you know. That's why I want you to see this live, is I'm going to take her all the way to rank 3. That's as high as I can take her, actually. Okay, that was taking a lot longer than I thought it would, so I'm glad I decided to speed that up. I want you to see we're using my last 2-3 gems. That's how good I think she is. That's how good I think she's going to be, how powerful, usable. I'm very excited about doing this. I'm also going to awaken her with an awakening gem. We'll speed this up, this process. You guys know how to put ISO in and hit the button, and we'll talk about the awakened ability. Okay, I'm extremely excited about her. As I was saying, she's got all these immunities, and then it's one of my favorite things in the game when they put this in champions. When they have immunities, and then those immunities are triggered, they power up, right? These PEM particles, it's awesome. I've started playing her a bit more. I'm starting to get the idea on this. Now I want to show you, we're going to use her and awaken her. I'll go ahead and use the class gem. We've got a lot of generics, but let's go ahead and use the class gem. And you can see it's Sig 1. I think even Sig 1 is really good. Now, the power sinks have their stack limit increase. It looks like it can go up to 10. That's if you have her all the way at Sig 200. So that's a pretty big investment, but going up by 2, that's not bad, right? We'll take that. Cassie gets a 3% chance to evade. That's going to be more of a defensive thing, right? Yeah, in general, you know, but I don't know how huge that's going to be because I think you're often going to be using champions who shrug. Like I know who I used in the event quest was Crossbones. He just demolishes this, and then he's going to cut down that chance to evade. But we'll see. You know, in Battlegrounds, you can force some tough matchups, so that might come into play. And then this is why there's just the big one, right? When Cassie evades, she inflicts the power sting debuff lasting 14 seconds. So that's nice. It's just on any evade. And then the first line, sorry, the first one was the big one for me. Cassie's Pimp Suit is enhanced and grants her immunity to power steel. That's another immunity that's going to help her power up. I think if you have 6 stones that are just, or awakening gems are just available, this is a really, really nice one to have. Now, I'm going to try to sneak her into my Battlegrounds deck here. I have a big matchup against J-Will and Ghost Dog's tournament. We're in the quarterfinals. If I can learn her well enough, I'm going to sneak her in there. I'll report back on how that goes, and I'll definitely do a fight or two to show you. I think this is an incredibly powerful champion, and then we got time where we can get to the essentials and all that too. Let's take a look. All right, you've seen the rank ups, the 6 stone, the whole thing. I did the awakening. I really like this champion. I'm on the record of saying if I had a 4 or 5 science gem just hanging around, it would go to Spot. I love him that much. Cassie, it's more obvious where she's good with those immunities and things like that. We're going to show you these 2 fights. We're going to talk a little bit how to play her. That way, if you've pulled her or you pull her between now and when I eventually get an Essentials video out, you know how to play her. And these 2 fights are going to show it, the good, the bad, the whole thing here. So let's go ahead and get started, right? This is our favorite Deadpool and Venom the Duck. In 6.1, realistic, like kind of war, Battlegrounds health pools. Remember, I have a rank 3. So the first thing I want to point out is you got the 2 passives on the upper left. The green one is like your fuel. That's how long you can hold your heavy and get those misses. And then the science, the purple science is your PEM particles. You're going to use that to pause, essentially, or elongate your debuffs. We'll get to that when we go. So I just kind of go in and I hit. I like to kind of get them on the defensive, and then you can hold your heavy and you're going to create these misses. You can see the dormant power stings being created under my health bar, right? They've got 7 now. And when I let it go and I land the final hit of the heavy, you do need it to land. That's what's going to make the power stings go up on Deadpool there. So we've already got 12. That's a really, really nice start. You need the AI to work with you, though. And I think there's ways to manipulate it and make sure you do it. That's why I like to hit in, then do the heavy, right? So we've landed the SP1, which now has the taunt. Now, the thing you saw me do there is I used the miss to create a miss off of the special one. When you do that, when you use the miss mechanic to punish a special, you get the pin particle. You need that to elongate. You end in a light ending attack, in light combo, right? And that's going to put the poison on. That's going to elongate the taunt and the power sting. It's going to come into play in this fight and the next one. I want you to know where we're going, and then I'll show you. We'll kind of just let it play out here. So we've got the taunt and the power stings, and then one of the big things I love, the flow on this champion is honestly maybe one of the best I've ever seen. It reminds me of Spider-Ham. You just play them and the good things happen. So, the special one gets the taunt, right? And then as soon as they throw the special, you need them to throw that special, the power stings just reapply. All of them. It's awesome. It's great. You saw I ended in a light there. That's why the poison went up on Deadpool. And as a timer, I think it's actually a pause timer. And then you see he doesn't even get in the healing. I am running Despair, right, too. So that cut out the healing, and then he kills himself with that power sting there at the end. I think this is, it's a rank 3 Wasp. You can get to those big SB2s, but neither of these fights really allowed me to just rush to that special 2. It was 48 seconds. 48 seconds to go along with all of the immunities of this champion, plus a miss mechanic, which I love. I love it. It is one of the most powerful mechanics in the game because it creates openings. You can create your own openings. It's a big, big deal in this game. So here we go. We're going to kind of see the same process, right? I like to hit into them. Now watch, I wanted to show you this though. Watch what's going to happen here. I'm going to go and hold the heavy mechanic. I need them to attack into me. And the AI is like, yeah, we're just not going to do that. We're not going to do that. And you've got to keep an eye. You see how our fuel in the upper left-hand corner is all the way down to 60. If that gets to 0, you get a passive stun on yourself, and then you're just kind of SOL, right? You're passively stunned. Not good things are going to happen. So you got to keep an eye on that. That's what we've talked about. There's a little bit to kind of keep your eye on here, but worked it out. And I think as you get more familiar with her, you'll be better at keeping an eye on these sorts of things. So here I need him to throw a special, but that taunt, this is 70% taunt. I don't know if I ever had it fail on me. I'm sure it can, but 70% was really good. And now I'm all the way up to the 20 power stings. You see the amount of damage it's doing. And I'm going to try to miss one of his heavies, or one of his specials here soon with my miss mechanic so I can get those pin particles. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, there it is. So you see we got quite a few. We've got 29 power stings on him, and I'm going to end in a light here. There it is. And you see how long they're paused. That is a long, long pause. Now, if there was more health on this Venom the Duck, I would have waited a little bit longer, paused them, and then I'd race to my special 2, because when you throw your special 2 with the taunt up, it is a guaranteed critical hit, but there just wasn't enough health. It just was not enough health, and this guy died. So the Deadpool fight, it's almost a bit misleading because she's actually kind of ramping up. This is what I'm talking about with her. She's got the buff immunity, she's got the, shock and poison immunity. Then if you awaken, she's got the immunity to the power steel. Anytime those things happen, you're getting those pin particles. Those time are triggered. So you don't need to worry about punishing those specials. You get those pin particles, but then you're just playing her. You're just playing her. Good things are happening. You're throwing your special ones, you're causing the miss to happen, you're getting all these power stings up. And then, that's all happening. You're almost naturally going to start gaining more and more power if the opponent hasn't dead already. Then you're going to throw your big special too, and you're going to get some massive, massive damage, really nice numbers, and it's all going to be benefited by all those power stings that you've built up. I really like this champion. I really like her a lot. Keep in mind, 7 stars are coming. The 6-star shards have never been so easy to get. I'm not suggesting you go out and, open caps or something like that. But when you do, if you've pulled her, or when the 7-star or 6-star featured crystal turns over here in a couple months, I hope you get Cassie. I have the feeling I'm going to put out quite a bit more content on her. She is a real blast to play. She is so well designed, and she's powerful where I love champions being powerful. And then the flow on her is just so good. It is just so good. You get her rotation, you do the things, you play the game, and she's getting more and more basically deadly for your opponent. I hope you enjoy this. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you did pull her. There's quite a few people on my Discord server apparently have pulled her. So I don't know. Maybe there was a really high drop rate on the crystals today or something like that. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.